Welcome back to the channel, guys. This time for a Goblin Isekai manga review. I was about to say anime, but it's manga. It's a manga, volume one, sent to me by Yem Press. So thank you so much, Yem Press, for sending this copy to me. This is going to be on So What's Wrong with Getting Reborn as a Goblin, and I believe it released back in late November. So you guys can already buy this one. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy cheap anime and manga and light novels. And the Yem Press releases quite a bit of them. So if you're looking for where to buy these online, here is the link that you guys can use. And it helps my channel. It helps the community. It helps Yem Press. It helps everyone. So make sure you use my link. Anyways, this is a really good series, guys. I actually wasn't really sure what to think about going into it because just looking at the cover, I thought it was going to be more of an adventure based, and it's more of uh, civilization building more than anything. So we meet our main character who is basically reincarnated into a goblin, and before this happens, he was a man working at a company, and he was training this younger dude and he one day he had a date, so he sent him off. When he was going back to his house, he bumped into the younger worker who was with his girlfriend at the date, and one thing led to another. A kid almost got hit by a truck, and the guy throws himself and tries to save the kid's life. Well, he does, but he kills himself. So Truck Coon strikes and kills him, and essentially he is reincarnated. Um, Few things that happened when he was dying. One, he was wishing that he could transfer his his thoughts and memories of how to do the work to his coworker, and two, he wished that he could at least have lived to 80. These two things are given to him in his next life. And essentially, as a goblin, he's given a gift, and his gift is to live up to 80. Now, also in the goblin community, two things can happen. One, their life expense, for the typical goblin, they live only up to 7 years. Secondly, when a goblin dies, they can give their gift to someone else. So he, because he can live forever in his village, starts collecting all these gifts, like every week, because someone dies every week, or a lot of people die every week. There's a whole new batch of new goblins. So because of that, he has all these different abilities um, towards the middle of the section. He does run into this character who is an Arcfine, or his name is Arcfine, I think. Um, he is dying, and he also gives him his power, and essentially it's the um, power of survival, or something like that. And essentially, he can control also anyone who he has defeated in battle. Um, there is a encounter between him, or so the goblins and the humans, and so much that they almost go into battle, and he stops the whole thing. He makes friends with the humans. The humans are very much weary of who he might be and might do, especially by finding out that he can live to 80 years old. So they send Karen, who was the first encounter they had, to basically go watch over them. And for the rest of the volume, it's essentially him building a community with laws, with structure, so that the goblins, as they die, they are still leaving behind something worthwhile. So he establishes communities within the community where they themselves hang out with the people with the gifts that they're good with, and that way, when you give your gift to someone, it's not just to anyone; it's to someone that can actually use the gift. Um, and he establishes other things, amongst them. I think the volume ends with one of the arc finds, yeah, one of the arc finds. characters showing up and essentially revealing that he has the power of or the Arcfind, and obviously this is not good, and um, the humans that are investigating him, they're very much against him. They're like, the gods might be against the humanity for some reason, and that in a nutshell is the first volume. It's a really good first volume. Like I said, it took a little while for it to start at where it is, and I kind of feel like it's going to be like the slime series. That time that I became a slime, I believe that's the name of the manga. Anyways, it's one of those. If you know it, you probably know what I'm referring to. Where yes, there's action. Yes, there's some fighting scenes, and there is also the easy kai typicals, like a little bit of etchy, a little bit of all that thrown in. But the main source of the story or the plot is essentially building the community to a better, place than where it is. So, I like those. It's a very nice leisure reading. Doesn't take too much to read. So yeah, out of 10, I'll give this one a 7. Um, Definitely go check it out. Go buy it. First volume is out. I'm not sure about the second volume when it will be out, but first one is out. You can buy it in the description below. Check them out on that website. Again, they sell very cheap. They're manga, light novels, and anime. So thank you so much for the love and support. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Go support your press, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.